Accessories, accessories, accessories. There are just so many Steam Deck accessories. More companies are making more specific Steam Deck accessories. Have a look. I will admit the lighting wasn't great today. So this is the Cloner Alliance Flint. As you can see here, there were actually 3 stickers that had to peel off. And I will say the box is kind of unremarkable, but honestly, what do I expect from these companies these days? I don't really care if it's remarkable or not, I just want a good product that works. So once you open this thing up, you can see here there's another box, and this one is where all the actual stuff is. This capture card actually supports up to 4K. It has 4K 60 pass-through, though ultimately it'll only record at 4K 30, or 1080p at 60. Given that my YouTube videos aren't typically 60 FPS anyways, it's not that big of a deal for me. Though if you want 4K 60 capture, you may want to get a different capture card instead. So I'm just going to skip all this legal documentation and get straight to the capture card itself. The capture card itself is what you'd expect from a capture card. There's 2 HDMI ports, one for input and one for output, and there's actually 2 USB Type-C ports. One to connect to your computer and one for power. Whether or not you need this external power really depends on your computer that you're recording from. Of course, inside is a USB to USB-A converter. It's useful in case you have like a MacBook that doesn't have any USB-A ports. And right here, you've got a bog standard HDMI cable. I'm not really sure what specification this is, so I'm not going to bother with it. As for this right here, this is a USB 3.0 cable, USB-A to USB-C. If you don't have your own HDMI cable or a USB 3.0 A to C cable, then you will definitely be needing these, and these are very much appreciated. And yes, to answer everyone's questions, yes, this works on both Windows and Linux, without any sort of installation whatsoever. As you can see here, I've got my Steam Deck displayed right there. So let's get to recording some Steam Deck gameplay. This right here is the Deckmate. Inside the box was a note that gives you all of your order information as well as a little thank you note. I was actually sent this by Deckmate, and they were gracious enough to let me check out this product right here on my channel. The Deckmate is a super cool accessory framework. More or less, you attach a frame to your Steam Deck. And while the Deckmate frame doesn't really do a whole lot by itself aside from hold 2 extra SD cards, it opens up a whole new world of accessories that you can attach to the back of your Steam Deck. Probably the most ubiquitous example is the kickstand. As you can see here, it uses a spring-loaded mechanism to attach itself and detach itself as necessary. There are also a whole slew of accessories that you can use, many of which allow you to attach a spring-loaded mechanism to any battery pack and just attach it to the back of your Steam Deck. You can also attach it to your wall if so desired. And here's attaching a battery pack to your Steam Deck. And heck, you can even attach it to a VESA mount if so desired. The possibilities are endless, and I want to see what else they have in store for us. And yes, to address the elephant in the room, yes, this will fit in your Steam Deck case. If it fits in your Steam Deck case, it'll probably fit in any other case. Next up on the list is a personal device I have called the G-Story Portable Monitor. It's a 1080p monitor and can actually go all the way up to 165 Hz. Coupled with a new beta update for the Steam Deck, you can actually change the resolution and the refresh rate of a display. Despite all of that though, it doesn't seem like the game respects my refresh rate change. I'm sure it works better in desktop mode, but I want to play games in game mode. While this display isn't an OLED display, it's said to be very color accurate, covering about 99% of the sRGB spectrum. I can't really confirm or deny these claims though, because I don't have color testing tools. But I do think it looks a lot more vibrant than the Steam Deck's actual display. It's just difficult to convey over video, especially since I'm using my phone as a camera. The monitor is powered using USB Type-C, though for this monitor, you'll probably want to plug it into a wall, or a sufficiently powered laptop, as the Steam Deck won't have enough power to provide to this device. It also has mini HDMI for inputs, and it can also take Type-C input as well. Unfortunately, if you were thinking about running at Type-C to Type-C on a Steam Deck, even with the second USB Type-C plug plugged into the wall, it's not going to output to it. Kind of unfortunate, really. As you may have noticed, I'm not currently using my Steam Deck to slay out all these enemies. I'm not using it to aim or shoot or even anything really besides rendering the game. What controller am I using, you might be asking? Well, I'll tell you, it's not any of the standard ones, I'll tell you that much. Any last takers? Alright, let me tell you the answer. It's one of these. This is the SN30 Pro by 8BitDo. It's basically a Super Nintendo controller, but with more modern features like dual analog sticks and triggers, and gyro. On your standard PC, this can be used in both Nintendo Switch Pro mode and Xbox mode, and the same can be done on the Steam Deck, though if you want to make use of gyro on this controller on your Steam Deck, you'll have to pair it in Nintendo Switch mode. This controller has a lot of modes that I can't remember off of the top of my head. So if you do end up buying this device, I would suggest reading the manual. Yeah, it's kind of a short accessory video, and it wasn't a very big haul, but links are always in the description down below if you want to check them out. Do note that this specific color for the SN30 Pro is no longer being sold by 8BitDo or any official 8BitDo resellers. If I had to guess, probably copyright issues. And another accessory we've got here are some JSOC skins. More specifically, we've got some trackpad skins as well as some back button skins. And a full device skin as well. Honestly, I've been getting so many skins, I might need to buy a second Steam Deck just to put them on. And also thumbstick caps as well. And here's a different skin design by JSOC as well. I should also mention that both of these kits come with textured skins for your grips, which in theory should make the Steam Deck a little grippier so that you don't drop your Steam Deck. It doesn't just slip out of your hands or anything. And finally, a brand new dock by iVolar. I reviewed a prior dock by iVolar a while ago, and it felt nowhere near as nice as this one. This one feels super premium in my hands. They've definitely stepped up their game, and now I can consider them a fairly worthy rival to the JSOC Steam Deck dock. I'm going to do a more in-depth review on this one later. And for those of you wondering why you couldn't buy a Project Kill Switch, well, there's a very good reason for it. Basically, Steam Decks with Delta fans, aka the bad fans, essentially magnets were interfering with the fan's ability to operate, slowing the fan speeds down. More details can be found in the post in the description down below. But essentially, they will be making replacement kill switches, which should be shipped out by January. We finally relaunched our Patreon page, so be sure to check us out if you want to support us. Promise we'll start doing exclusive content soon. If you like high-tech low-life, you should subscribe and check out my other videos. And for more high-tech low-life updates, be sure to join our Discord server in the description below.